The woman had been stranded on the deserted island for 2 months when, one day, she suddenly spotted a red research station by the shore. It was the first sign of human presence she had seen in all that time. Without hesitation, she rushed toward it, hoping for rescue. But the doors and windows were tightly shut. Whoever had lived there was long gone. Though no one was around to save her, survival drove her to pry open the door and force her way inside. To her surprise, the station was perfectly habitable, stocked with ample supplies. The cabinets held unexpired crackers, the most delicious food she had tasted in months. After eating her fill, she changed into clean clothes and stepped outside to try starting the generator. Luckily, it still worked. Once power was restored, she immediately turned on the telegraph, desperately sending out distress signals. But no matter which channel she tried, there was no response. The next morning, she opened a storage container outside and made an incredible discovery: a speedboat hidden inside. Overjoyed, she dragged it out to the shore. If any ships passed by, she could now use the boat to signal for help. Back inside, she cooked a simple meal. For the first time in a long while, she felt a flicker of hope. Yet, as night fell, sleep eluded her. Her thoughts were consumed by her gravely ill husband, still waiting on the other side of the island. At dawn, she packed supplies and set out in the boat. She had been away from her husband for days and had no idea if he was even alive. By the time she reached their camp, it was late at night. Shining her flashlight around their shelter, she found no sign of him until she spotted a foot protruding from a dark corner. Her heart pounded as she rushed over. There he was, lying motionless, his face deathly pale. Overcome with guilt, she wept, blaming herself for leaving him alone for so long. If only she had stayed, he might not have ended up like this. As she whispered apologies again and again, she suddenly noticed the faint rise and fall of his chest. He was still breathing. Frantic, she hauled him onto the boat and raced back to the research station. She dragged him inside the warm cabin and devoted herself to nursing him back to health. Slowly, his condition improved, and after 2 weeks, he finally regained consciousness. Tears streamed down her face as relief washed over her. Weak but grateful, he pulled her into a tight embrace. As his strength returned, life seemed to be looking up, until one day, while cooking, she heard a noise outside. She hurried to the window and froze. The research vessel was heading straight for them.